Yo, what's up guys, it's Ark here and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Yeah, it's been a while I guess. I haven't made one of these in quite a bit, busy with school and all that stuff. But I thought we've got new balance changes, we've got a new update, so might as well make another video and show you guys a cool deck that I just made up, with which I got 12 into the Grand Challenge. So as you probably read the title of my clan, the deck is and you probably read the title of the video as well, but the deck is this graveyard control deck which I just made up randomly and tried it out and got 12 wins with, as you can see right here. So the thought process behind making this deck was that I just recently saw that graveyard got buffed and I had someone use it against me and it just seemed so strong, so I thought why not make another old school defensive graveyard deck. So Electro Wizard, despite being nerfed, is still a very good and very stable defensive card. Ice Golem is a really good mini tank. Bats are OP. I've got Ice Spirit to cycle, and I've got Inferno to stop big tank pushes. So a pretty well-rounded deck in my opinion. I was experimenting with Zap a bit, but I felt like Log was better because if you zap like something like Bats on as well as the tower would just retarget onto this graveyard skeletons anyways instead of your Ice Golem. So it's not the best trade and you can just poison instead most of the time. So yeah, let's open up the chest and then we'll hop into some replays against some really good players. So 22,000 gold, that's always nice. Inferno towers, rockets, mortars, expo, hog riders, goblin gang, archers. Nice, I almost have level 13 archers. Elite barbs, not a big fan of those. Fire spirit, sure. Musketeers, why not? Fireball, I'll take that. No legendary in this one, but I almost have a level 13 zap, so I'll take that. And I get 10 balloons, so not the best chest, but it is what it is. And we also got our quest as well to collect 500 cards, so let's open that up and we get 10 more hog riders. Brilliant. Hog rider is still a pretty good ladder card, so it's always nice to have that upgraded. And so the first replay I'm going to show you guys is against the Necromancer, who's using a spear goblin based graveyard deck, which is pretty interesting because spear goblins got a slight buff as well. They got a buff to their attack speed if I am not wrong, and they are pretty decent at the moment in my opinion. So let's check out how we are able to beat this guy. This guy also has 20 wins with 130,000 cards won, so definitely a good player. And now this was a rather long battle, so I'm gonna play it at double speed just to get through it a bit more quickly. And yeah, this guy plays his goblin hut. I cycle with my bats and then I play my Electro Wizard in the back. He poisons my Electro Wizard and then he zaps for some reason, which is questionable. So here I didn't want to overcommit by poisoning the spear goblins, so I decided to poison the hut instead, which did get me a bit of decent damage, but again not the best trade. So yeah, right now just resetting. He has his goblin hut, I have my Electro Wizard to take care of that. He plays his Mega Knight early, which is a bit questionable. I use my Ice Golem to tank the Mega Knight because I was expecting to zap. And here I think I just naked graveyard. Yeah, I just naked graveyard, and I poison as well. A bad poison from me, but he did the same thing and he ended up on top because of the spear goblins coming in from the hut. So that was definitely a poor play by me. I shouldn't have graveyarded so what's the word for it, so carelessly. And here I just trade towers because I'm pretty certain that I won't be able to defend him. And that's one weakness of this deck, is that it's not very good against enemy graveyards. So you could perhaps use goblins instead of bats because they are 2 elixir and they do work well against graveyards since poison doesn't kill them in one tick. So here my opponent did a good trade as well. I graveyard and I put my Ice Golem in the middle. I poison as well to tank. He plays his Mega Knight, which I'm able to counter pretty easily since he didn't have zap and rotation. A bad graveyard by him. He poisons as well, so that's an overcommit. So my opponent didn't play this matchup too well. He definitely had the potential to win. However, he kept overcommitting and making bad trades, which allowed me to get the game quite easily. So here I Inferno up in the middle, which helps me take out the Ice Golem in time. And now here things get a little sketchy. I feel like I've almost lost here, but luckily I cycle quickly to another ice golem, drop my graveyard, poison up, and I win. And I give him a little thanks because this guy messed up pretty bad. But that's that. He definitely didn't use his Mega Knight Mega Knight correctly. Otherwise, he would have had the potential to win the matchup. And Mega Knight in itself is not a good counter to a well-placed graveyard, because the graveyard usually spawns at like the edges, which the Mega Knight has to walk over to. So if you have an Ice Golem and graveyard, you would still very easily be able to get about 1000 damage and get the Mega Knight down to about 2/3 of its health as well. So definitely not a viable counter to graveyard in my opinion. First I'm going to show you guys this guy's profile. Our next game is against XX Reaction XX from Nova Elite, which is some sort of Nova competitive clan. I don't know, I guess it's supposed to be good. But yeah, this guy's still also pretty decent. 20 wins, 170k cards won. So definitely a good player. And let's see how we're able to beat him. Now this guy is using a very popular Hog Mini P.E.K.K.A cycle deck, which has the princess in it. I think it's a variant of the old Italian deck, which was like a really old Hog Freeze deck that was played by all these Italian guys. I guess it was kind of decent, but yeah, this deck pretty meh in my opinion. Here I Inferno to take care of his Hog and his minions. I was expecting a zap from him, so I played my Ice Spirit, but that was pretty unnecessary, at least in my opinion. So here he plays his goblins. If I were him, I would have split 2 goblins on the Ice Golem side to take that out quicker. And now here he doesn't have a very good answer to my graveyard, so it is able to get a fair bit of damage. His princess will do a bit of work, but definitely not enough, so I'm able to get 700 damage. I log his princess and I use my Electro Wizard and bats to counter his Hog Rider. I probably should have played my Electro Wizard a bit sooner, but so his Hog wouldn't have got a hit off, but it is what it is, not too big of a deal. Here I use my Ice Spirit to stop his minions from hitting my tower, because even 2 minions get like a couple of hundred damage on your tower if left unattended, so, and I don't really want that. Now here I don't know what this guy's doing. A very bad Ice Golem placement by him, which allows my graveyard to get a fair bit of damage. And he doesn't play minions or anything, so I'm able to get another about 700, I'm assuming. I wasn't quite sure, but yeah, 700, 800 damage. And I log his princess again, and I'm ready with my Inferno Tower. And I think I Electro Wizard here. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't Electro Wizard here because I know that he doesn't have Zap. I don't know why he's giving me the thanks there. I really don't have any idea. But sure, he's BMing me. Okay. I have no idea what this guy's doing. I think he's like mentally disabled or something. But it is what it is. Clash Royale is full of mentally disabled people. Now at this one, I didn't know that he had a mini P.E.K.K.A, so this took me slightly by surprise. I didn't play my Inferno, instead I played my bats because I knew that he didn't have a zap or anything to take care of them. And I poisoned his minions. And here I use my Ice Golem to protect my Electro Wizard. And things do get a bit sketchy here, because I should have used my Electro Wizard to kill his princess instead of the log, because I needed the log for the goblins. But again, not a huge deal, but still slightly annoying. And my opponent is doing a very good job of pressuring me so that I'm not able to play my graveyard. And he's not letting my Ice Golem get through. And he's constantly just spamming his troop, which is just a typical Hog Rider gameplay. Like, a Hog Rider is a very basic and very stupid card, which in my opinion should have been nerfed. But yeah, the Hog Rider players just do the same thing over and over again. Which I guess that doesn't make too much sense, because doesn't every player do the same thing over and over again? I keep playing my graveyard, Golem players just stack up pumps and play their Golem. So I don't know what defines skill in Clash Royale and what doesn't. I guess it could be our mechanics, for kiting troops properly. It could be a variety of things. Now here I know that I can get the win, so I go aggressive with my Ice Golem and graveyard push. and I get a good bit of damage, and I'm able to defend him as well. And I predicted his princess, so I played my Ice Spirit to tank the princess shot, and now all I need is one more poison and a log, which I can very easily do since my Inferno Tower will take out his Hog Rider, no problem. I don't know why he played his minions like that, but sure, whatever. He logs here. I guess he's trying to rocket me out, but that's not gonna happen, and I'm gonna take the win here. So thanks. I gave him a well played. I really don't know why this guy was BMing me. I gave him a well played. I guess he gives me a thanks back, and GGWP to this guy. And my final game of the day is against this guy from Arab Elites, 3 Rab Elites, another 21 player with not as many cards won, but 20 wins is still quite an achievement. And he's using this Hog Rider 3 Musketeer deck. So Hog Rider's everywhere. It's just getting annoying at this point. Come on, Super Soul, you should have nerfed Hog Rider. So going into this game, I don't think I played as well as I could have. Again, I'm not that good of a player anymore. When was I ever a good player? But yeah, I haven't been playing too well recently, so I just I don't know. I was hoping I would have Graveyard Cycle here, but I don't, so I just poisoned regardless. And my Ice Golem and Ice Spirit do get a bit of damage on his tower since the Ice Golem does explode. So, and here I'm able to counter his hog with yeah, again, really bad play by me. I was really hesitant on playing my counters. All I had to do was log and use my bats, and the Hog Rider wouldn't have gotten a single hit off, but instead I hesitated, which allowed his Hog Rider to get 2 shots off on my tower, which is just absurd. So yeah, I don't know why he's giving me the use. I have my opponents muted all the time, so I just BM or don't BM as I please. Here he plays his pump in the middle. I just poisoned that as well. Just poisoned that by itself without playing my graveyard, because I wasn't sure what he had to deal with it. He plays his Hog Rider here along with his Ice Spirit, which I'm able to effectively counter with my Inferno Tower. So that's a 5 for 5 trade. That's completely fine by me. And at this point, I think he starts playing his 3 Musketeers. I'm going to speed it up a little. He plays his Knight in the back. I play my Ice Golem, and then he plays his 3 Musketeers. So I cycle very quickly to my Poison spell. And there's a Musketeer coming onto the left, so I'm going to have to deal with that. I use my Electro Wizard and log, but unfortunately my Electro Wizard was a bit too high, so his hog was able to get 3 shots off. No idea why he's saying the GG there. I guess he thinks that he won. I guess he thinks that he lost. I have no idea, but the game is far from over at this point in my opinion. I do get a fair bit of damage off with my graveyard. He plays his Musketeers up high in order to avoid my poison, but I am able to counter his push super well. That was a really good counter in my opinion. That was very well played by myself. And now I have poison to take care of his Musketeers. He accidentally plays his Musketeers in the same lane, which is really good for me. And now I can just get a free graveyard off since he wasted his Goblin Gang, and I know that Goblin Gang is his only counter, so I just poison there since I knew that I was gonna win, and I throw in the GGWP. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys. And how about a little bonus clip? Let's just play a bit of touchdown. Yeah, there's the touchdown challenge and there's the casual. Let's play some touchdown practice, because why the hell not? We'll play a quick match. Hopefully it'll be quick, because a lot of the times I have to wait for a couple seconds for a touchdown game. But yeah, doesn't look like it's gonna be quick, so I'm just gonna pass on that. So thanks a lot for watching the video, guys. Be on the lookout for another touchdown video, which I'll be making in the near future, maybe this coming week, I'm not sure. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys later.